Hi everyone. So this demonstration is going to be on how to do some toe mobility exercises. I don't think from the standard filming position you'd be able to actually see anything helpful. So this is going to just be a close-up on my feet and my toes and how to move them, get the most out of this. Okay, so toe mobility exercises. Your toes are kind of a underlooked movement group in often cases, right? We wear shoes all the time. We don't really think about how to manipulate our toes. So what this is going to be is a series of 4 different kind of controlled movements to work on your ability to control, manipulate, stretch your toes. So what you're going to do first is you're going to take your hand and you're going to put them on all of your small toes, right? And you just have the big toe kind of freely open there. So the goal here, you're going to lift the big toe and then set it down nice and controlled. And then lift and then set it down. So you're using your hand to control your other toes, prevent them from coming up. And you want to think about consciously not lifting with those toes. So you don't want to feel that you're lifting as you're getting that big toe up nice and high. So once you're feeling that and you can keep those toes down, you do it without the hand. So you just lift the big toe and get it up. Oh, and see, it's sometimes hard. And if you feel like you're doing this and you're like, oh, I'm starting to lift my toes, totally right. Just put your hand back down and get just the big toe until you can get that control again. You just leave the other toes out of it. And then you do the same thing, covering just the big toe. And then you lift all your little ones. And then down. And then lift. And then down. If you can, if you have that control, think about spreading your toes out as you lift and then down. And then spreading and then down. And again, you can get that, keeping that big toe on the ground as much as possible. Okay, right? And again, the goal here, if you start to lift that as you're doing it, you're like, oh no, just hold it down again, work on that one. So next up is, now your toes are lifted, you're going to hold all of them up and try to bring your big toe down. Hold them all up, try to bring that down. And then once you're feeling comfortable, do that without moving the little toes. And then, as I assume you can imagine, same thing. Hold the big toe up, and all the smaller toes go down. Right, really trying to work, lift as high as you can, and then down. And once you feel comfortable, whoop. Sometimes it's not super easy. You got to really work on your toe coordination. And down. Okay. There we go. Toe mobility exercises. So, those exercises for your toes are more for control and stretching than really anything else. But it's important to be able to independently manipulate your toes for balance purposes, for running, anything that requires you to really drive through the foot and push off your toes. It's important to be able to have that capacity. So go ahead and give that a try, see how it goes. Don't feel bad if you cannot independently move them like I did, where you have the handoff. That takes a long time. So definitely try it more than once, right? And don't think about getting discouraged or worried that you can't get that. Because as I said, right, you don't think about your toes very often normally. As a society, we kind of forget about the toes. We put them in shoes, we wear socks. So working on getting that control back is going to be very helpful. It's going to probably be pretty challenging if it's not something that you do regularly. So just have fun with it. Don't worry about too much. And yeah, I think that should be good.